We made it to Paris. It actually wasn't that hard. We got to our hotel, and these are the first things we see. We kind of walked directly to the water. And I don't know what bridge this is, but you can see Notre Dame spires up there. And so, you can't check in yet. So we're just kind of, there's Scott. Say good morning, Scott.
Good morning, Scott.
I feel very, oh, look at that building up there. That's the fun thing when you go to cities, right? It's kind of like there's nothing like Europe in their buildings. And looking at all the sculpture that there is, this is going to be a good day. It's going to be a real good day. It's gorgeous weather. We have no idea what we're going to do. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's nobody on there. So they must be going to pick up their first people. It's very quiet. We were surprised that like all the shops are closed. Everything seems really, really quiet. So I guess we'll just figure out what we're going to do. But I thought these are beautiful. These are perfect things to draw. Anyways, okay, off to the next place. We're sitting down at a little cafe, La Rose de France, and we're getting our coffee and tea.
Here's our steps.
And I don't know what these flowers are. They're in total bloom above us. It's so cool. It's really beautiful. They're kind of falling down on us. But here we go, our first meal. Yes, merci. I get to look at a sculpture. I don't know what that sculpture is. Spring has started here. The sun is coming out, and I want to find out what these are. This is a beautiful little, I guess, park. Cafe, La Rose de France. That's where we ate. I wonder if we can find out the name of this. Huh. Looks like a beautiful building in front. So Scott just checked it out, and this park is called La Place des Dauphins. Place Dauphine.
It's a historic landmark.
It's a historic landmark. Okay, we will find out the history. We've walked a few blocks and looked up and just saw this beautiful sculpture, and Scott noticed that this is a court building. So this probably has something to do with, court stuff. But I love looking at all these sculptures on these buildings. You have to take the time to actually look up and see all the carving. This is a super popular fountain. There's lots of tour guides and groups here. Scott looked this up, and this is the Fountain of Saint Michel. And this is where you can find musicians. I mean, there must be like 6 or 7 different tour groups here. But it's really beautiful. It's right in the center of town. And if you just go over there, you can see the Notre Dame. It said that he was built in 1860.
Oh, okay. Well, this statue was originally, the central figure was going to be a statue, a female figure representing peace. But then a couple years later, as the designs were being done and it's being constructed, Napoleon III, they wanted to change it to represent Napoleon Bonaparte. So it went from peace to Napoleon Bonaparte, and then as a compromise, they decided to do the Archangel Michael wrestling and defeating the devil. So that's how this ended up to be this.
Yeah. So just walking down the street, this is the great thing about just exploring, is that we noticed that there's going to be a Boldini show at the Petit Palais. So we're definitely gonna find that. It's hard to see because this poster is kind of round. But oh my god, that would be so neat to see the show.
Sue was freaked out because she said they had no menu on the board up there with her sunglasses on. But it's because they're polarized, and the menu must be polarized too. So I told her to turn her sunglasses vertical, and she turned her head and then could see everything. So it was kind of funny.
I just found these beautiful little kind of cards. I think they're so sweet. I guess they're probably like souvenirs, but they're beautiful. I bet you they're like, see, this one says I love you. Wonderful little thing to give somebody. We're on our way to the Luxembourg Gardens. I keep having Scott wait for me. He's being a trooper, a good husband. The Medici fountain was built in 1630 by Marie de Medici. She was the widow of King Henry IV of France, regent of King Louis XIII of France. And it was rebuilt in 1864 through 1866. We're in the corner of the Luxembourg Gardens, and it was this period between Catherine de Medici and Marie de Medici. It's really beautiful. I mean, I don't want to give you just a, Wikipedia, but show them the garland and how they use the garland around. It almost look like a wedding. Very peaceful here. This park is very friendly. There's tons of chairs, tons of places to sit. This is great for painters. I know a lot of painters paint here, so we probably will. That's what we're kind of scouting out areas. Don't want to forget my coffee. This is the Luxembourg Palace. This is Saturday, so there's going to be a lot more people here than, usual. They have tons of chairs. It's very friendly. I just wanted to show you also that within this little pond, they're having like boat races. If you can see, this is so fun. The ornate bushes over there where they trimmed them like boxes. Sculptures everywhere. The weather is gorgeous. We're kind of on a reconnaissance mission. Oh, look at, they even have fish. So we're gonna walk around, kind of look where the light's going. See if we can find a place maybe this week to come do a little sketch. See, the point is the children have sticks and they chased the boats around. And so like if they see a boat gonna hit the corner, the edge, they run, and they hit it with the stick and push it back across. So it's like a game. Now, Scott said that the Luxembourg Palace now is where the Senate meets. That's where the French Senate meets. And that after the French Revolution, I think the park became kind of, open to the public. So this used to obviously be for the monarchy. Like most of these places, right? They had to have a revolution. Look at this. Look at these like little wildflowers. It makes it so beautiful, almost like a wedding. They don't want people to walk on this grass, which is great. Keeps it nice. But I love it. See, it's so white because of all these little wildflowers. Saint Genevieve, patron of Paris, 1423 to 512. Forgot how to say 500. I thought that was beautiful. I've never seen a sculpture kind of like that with the braids. So many beautiful sculptures. We've been pretty tired. You know, you're kind of jet lagged. You're kind of up all night traveling. So we're just like sitting, walking, sitting, walking. We found this beautiful sculpture in the corner of the Luxembourg Gardens. And this could be a great place to paint. There's a lot of sun dapples. But I think I'm gonna try and see if like there's a special time of day that maybe gets more light. So it's 1:15 in the afternoon. Taking a look at the lighting. The awkward thing about painting sculpture sometimes is that you have to look up so much and you have a, you know, this epic view. The face is cool, but yeah, maybe this figure over here, maybe this female. I think this could be a contender. I'm sorry. Oh, Eugene Delacroix, 1798 to 1863. Yeah, no, it's very, very pretty. You can always simplify the sun dapples. You don't have to put them all in. And it's a quiet little corner of the park. So I don't think, you know, we'd have to worry at all about crowds or anything. So this is a great area. This could be it. I kind of like this figure with the winged man holding the female. That might be a nice composition. Wow, these tulips look like they're singing. They're so open. And they have these little pink flowers in between. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh my gosh, yeah, spring is here. I think this must be some kind of lingerie or lingerie? Lingerie? It looks like kind of an empty building. I wonder if they have like kind of exhibitions here or kind of things going on inside. But it doesn't look like anything is there right now. We're walking a cute little street towards Église Saint-Sulpice. That's the name of the church. These are great little street scenes. I can see Scott painting this. So right in front of this church that we just are walking up to is this beautiful fountain. Wow. I love kind of these sculptural elements. This might be something that I would like to paint. Look at this lion face. Oh my God, I love it. It has the same feeling as like painting a plaster cast. And the great thing about painting fountains is that literally you know that any time of day you'll find good lighting because all you need to do is just walk around it. There is a huge line to get into this church along the side. So I wonder if there's some sort of being able to walk up to the bell tower. I'll have to investigate. Monument Historique, Église Saint-Sulpice. We're gonna walk in. So a lot of times the churches are actually open, but then to see maybe artifacts or like underground or the bell tower, you have to buy tickets. This is pretty neat. There's so many sculptures in here. That's the amazing thing about Europe, is that for the most part, all the churches are free and you can walk in and see the most amazing, beautiful artwork. Wow, look at that sculpture. Look at that. Wow. I've never seen like an altar like that right in the middle of the seating area. I mean, it has these Grecian columns. It's a, then these Baroque chandeliers. It's very interesting. You know, probably places like this, you know, were built long, long ago and then added on, changed, you know, over time. Oh, there's this. It doesn't have a ton of ornamentation on the walls, and the paintings are all rather dark and faded. So I'm assuming over time they're going to restore them because they're a little bit hard to see. Look at this skeleton. I mean, I guess that's supposed to be death. That's pretty intense with that black fabric behind. Stunning. I mean, look at this. I mean, it's made out of marble. I mean, come on. That is just incredible. I'm thinking of Kathy Anderson at this restaurant because it has American jazz on the walls, and they're playing like Dean Martin and jazz standards from like the 50s and 60s. It's kind of fun. We're just like a block from our hotel. I got scallops and potatoes, and Scott got salmon, rice, green vegetables, and we also got bread. But they've been playing American music this whole time. It's really funny. I mean, it's nice, but it's funny to be in France, listening to, like, you know, Boogie Woogie or something. So there's a bunch of small little streets right near us, Saint Germain area. I mean, all these streets are just restaurants. Saturday night, Paris. It's amazing a car can even get through. Our hotel's just down the street. It is Sunday, May 1st, and it's 12 noon, and I just got ready. Scott went out to paint. He pinned his location, so I'm gonna go follow him. He's in Luxembourg Gardens. I guess Paris is doing something to him because he's very excited to paint, and I'm like, wow, I'm not ready. Plus, when you go on landscape trips like this, it takes me a while. I still have a little bit of that intimidation factor, plus trying to figure out what really inspires you, really want to paint. So I'm gonna go film him a little bit, gonna go find him. I just want to show you this beautiful wallpaper. I mean, everything is covered with this gorgeous wallpaper. Okay, first kind of full day in Paris, waking up in Paris, yes. Okay, gonna go find him. So I just got to Luxembourg Gardens, and now I have to find Scott. He sent me a pin, but I'm hoping he will stand up somewhere. It's a very busy day. It's a Sunday, and it's also a holiday. I think it's like a labor holiday. So possibly there will be some kind of demonstrations today. It's common on May 1st. Peaceful demonstrations. So I guess I'm just going to keep going around until I find an American standing with an easel. I'm sure I will be able to see him, hopefully. Hopefully somebody will be watching him. Or they could be buzzing. Could care less. Oh my God, there he is. There he is. Awesome. Nobody's watching. Oh, a few passerbys could care less. Oh, that's sweet. I'm so glad I found you.
Hi. I could tell it was you just from my peripheral vision.
Oh, you could see the beige raincoat?
I don't know.
Or just my aura, my soul, my
aura.
essence?
Yeah.
Because we're soulmates?
That's right. Funny. Maybe I smelled your familiar shampoo perfume.
Oh, goodness. Well,
that's a beautiful spot.
Yeah,
isn't it?
no, this is sweet. Oh, I love it. It is a beautiful weather today. Oh my gosh. I think it's even busier today than it was yesterday.
Oh, it is definitely busier today, Sunday. Beautiful weather. Oh my God, it's great. Doing big simple shapes here and there. There was a bunch of cheerleaders down there doing like an
Cheerleaders?
Instagram thing, like in the whole group.
Like a viral
They're all
Instagram, TikTok thing.
filming it together. Someone was filming them. They had a whole routine.
Well, hey, this is the place to be, and maybe they would get like an audience, right? And that would make it even funner. You're so good at painting in public. I think it takes me a while to build up that armor to kind of get, especially on such a busy day. I mean, it's literally like you are completely giving a demo to all of Paris. I bet you more people will watch you painting today than, you know, within, gosh, years of doing demos and workshops.
Not many people try to talk or interrupt, but a couple kids, there's one little girl especially, probably 5 or 6, just stopped and said, "Wow." She's pointing, she's telling everybody,
Yeah.
"Come over and see." It's so sweet. You know she's going to be an artist someday.
Aww. Yeah, because you are having a little bit of sun dapples on your painting, but it doesn't bother you. That's cool.
I have my umbrella there.
Being an artist and painting outside is a great way to just experience places more than just a glimpse. You know, having Scott even paint out here allows me to sit here longer than I normally would. You know, also allows me to watch people watch Scott. He definitely has the ability to just paint in public and not have any sort of intimidation or anxiety. Where one of my favorite memories is seeing him painting literally in the line of the Prado. So he was painting a church, but he was standing in the middle of people as they were lined up going into the hugest museum in the world. And it was like 1,000 people just walked past him, and I will never forget that, walking up and seeing him stand there, and I'm thinking, couldn't you have just moved over a little bit? It was like a movie, like where the crowds had to go around him. It helps me become braver, you know. Today I'm not ready to paint, but it helps me build up the courage to get my stuff out.
Cool.
Scott just finished his first little study in the super, super busy Luxembourg Gardens. Very juicy. Look at all this paint. Yesterday we walked by this building and I took some photos of these sculptures, and they look so different in the sun today. We're right next to the Seine. We're walking along the water, parallel to it. This is where they have their, courts. I would absolutely love to paint these, but it's like, it'd be too hard to look so far up. Most beautiful artwork on the buildings. They are so lucky to see this every day. We're at the Notre Dame Cathedral, and look at all these people. Whoa. I mean, it's like being in New York City at Christmas or something. It's hard to walk down the street. Everybody's out. I haven't seen any demonstrations today, which I'm glad, because of the May 1st kind of thing I guess they usually do. But there's no roof, and I don't think we're allowed in. But it's fun to see. It's really beautiful just to see from here. Everybody just wants to come and be near the Notre Dame and just sit here. we're walking around the cathedral to look at the backside, and there's a very narrow little walkway because they have these barriers right here. So it's like shoulder to shoulder, and I was telling Scott that I feel like we're on some kind of tour. We're doing the El Camino because we just kind of like fish, go with the flow. But there are, I mean, thousands and thousands of people here today, just walking these little streets right next to the cathedral. This is the backside. It's hard to, you can't get really close, so you can only see some scaffolding. There's Scott posing. He doesn't know he's posing. I got you. Every now and then you'll just walking down the street and you just see people working out. So they're just having a little sparring action right here and right below the Notre Dame. I think it's so beautiful that here, all by himself, is a beautiful swan. Like, where's his family? This is a better view. You can see the backside right there. See, there's a boat like every couple feet, 100 feet. I mean, I can't even imagine. 1 million, 2 million, 3 million people must have just dropped into Paris this weekend. There, look at there's 2 more boats right behind it, and we've already passed like 5 or 6. We heard music from a few blocks away. It echoes in these small streets. So we're just meandering back to the hotel in this near Rue André Mazet. I don't know exactly what street this is, but we just listened to that opera singer, and then we came across this street. Look at this! It's like something out of Harry Potter. It's like magical street. I mean, I don't even know if we ever find our way back here, so we have to walk down it, even though I'm exhausted. We just have to. You have to walk down these things. It's Sunday, so a lot of these places are closed. This restaurant's open. La Jacobine Maison fondée in 1992. Oh, this will be a really charming place. Yeah, but my legs are tired. I gotta go rest. The street is Rue Saint-André des Arts. So that little magical alleyway is just halfway down this block. And the street La Bouchie is right up there, and our hotel is just a half block away. We're in the most adorable art supply store, and it's like candy when you go into art supply store. I'm like turned into a child because there's so many colors and so many things to buy. We have to buy odorless mineral spirits. So I'm gonna see what else I can get. So we walked to this adorable little art supply store, and what really drew me here is not only the location, but this adorable smock. I just loved it. They only had black inside, and they were really, really bulky. Great for painting in cold weather, but I decided not to get it. Oh, look at that little thing. That's kind of funny. You can like add different hands and different feet. Oh my gosh, these art supply stores are so tiny that you just feel like you're walking in someone's closet, but it's really cute. Literally just a few doors down from that art supply store, I saw this amazing like ram's head, and it's a 5-star hotel, but I noticed a sign that says Oscar Wilde, born in Dublin and died in this house November 30th, 1900. So, wow, you just never know what you're gonna find. I just thought that metal ram's head was kind of interesting. So, and then we're walking towards this building, and we'll find out what that is. So we saw all these people waiting in line. We have no idea. It's kind of like when you see people looking at something or people standing in line, you just go stand around and then hope that you find out what's going to happen. This is Beaux-Arts de Paris, so maybe this is like an art school. But I think there might be an exhibition going on inside. But I just think it's so funny. I mean, it's like 12:30. What are they waiting for? We walked around that building because we never found out what they're standing in line for, but there's a courtyard that's open, and this definitely looks like an art school. There are sculptures, and you can kind of see into these tall windows a little bit that there are rooms with like easels and lighting. So this is the Beaux-Arts of Paris, and we were right here on the Seine. And we're gonna go walk towards the gallery that we saw with the poster for Helu and see if that's open. We just crossed the bridge, and the light is a little flat today. See these sculptures of famous, probably politicians and poets, and this is the courtyard of the Louvre. On this trip, we're probably not going to make it to the Louvre to see the paintings today, or this before we go down to Avignon. Too much to do, too much to see. There is a very long line. You pretty much have to buy a ticket in advance and kind of enter at the time that you bought your ticket. It makes it a lot easier. There's where we just entered. We're kind of resting here because my legs really felt it from yesterday. So we're just sitting here in the courtyard of the Louvre, and we can see the Eiffel Tower over there. I have to take it easy. Yesterday was such a long day of walking. I really pooped out. The sun is coming in and out, in and out. For me, it's not great to paint. Scott said that he could paint under anything, but I'm forcing him to stick with me and be a good husband and just do what I do. It's almost 1 o'clock and I'm already pooped. Scott and I saw the Starbucks, a little bit of a familiarity at home. So you go in and a great way to just grab a drink and relax. But I'm contemplating sitting here because we are just a few blocks from the Louvre and it is so busy. You know, I feel city overwhelmingness. I make up words. Waiting for the energy to go visit that gallery, but pining to be in Provence. So far, Paris has been extremely busy. Interesting. It's always fun to sort of find new streets and restaurants, but my senses are a little bit overwhelmed. I want to find the more charming, quiet part of Paris, if there is a place. So we just had lunch at the Royal Vendôme. It's a really quaint kind of Art Nouveau restaurant. Not really close to the art gallery that we're going to go, and it was just closed until 2 o'clock. This was a nice place. I had sort of like a Chinese chicken salad, and Scott had roasted vegetables and salad. It was really, really nice. I couldn't resist just laughing a little bit. I got sparkling water, and this in American dollars is about $8.50, and Scott's just plain hot tea is about $7. But it's a beautiful place to sit and a relaxing lunch. All you can do is just smile. Yay!
I loved it. It was a great lunch.
So we found out by reading the poster closer that the show ended April 29th. You see the galleries up there on the second floor? And we're wondering, like, why don't they have posters? Why are they not showing this How You show? But then, so we got here and it's gone. But it made us walk to this area in France, so we never would have walked here. And it is kind of a neat area. Oh, those people are going into Bonhams, which is an auction house. And they sounded like Americans, so hopefully they're going to buy some art. Now we're going to walk someplace else and find something else that's exciting. But I wish I had looked at the poster closer. Oh well, oh well. Now Scott's filming me as we leave in shame.
Do you want to go see the auction house?
Oh no, because I'm embarrassed because we don't have any money to buy stuff. Oh, okay, so we are walking towards this monument that Napoleon built in 1810. And then Scott told me it's in commemoration of the Battle of Austerlitz.
Yes.
Okay, I don't know if I said that right. And then it was destroyed in
71, I think.
1871.
They were during the Paris Commune.
I don't know what the Paris Commune is. It sounds more friendly. Commune seems to sound friendly, not like... But anyways, it was taken down. And when was it built again?
Just a little after that. Once that was done, it was rebuilt.
What you see, it's like it has designs all the way around it swirling up. So we're going to go look at the designs closer. It's really, really intricate. So it's sort of like... what do you think this is, Scott? It's green, but is it some kind of brass?
I would assume this is bronze.
Bronze.
It's a lot of bronze.
It's obviously telling a story of the battles, and I can. Yeah, now the sun's coming out, so it's starting to look a little better. It was really flat, light earlier. So this courtyard is the Ministry of Justice over there, and then surrounding everything is just like the fanciest of jewelry stores. You know, the most expensive shops like Chanel and Van Cleef Arpels. So this Dior, this is where all the rich people are. It's pretty spectacular. To see it up close. Now we're gonna walk towards the Truly, I don't know how to say it, Truly Gardens. I sound like an idiot, but that's where we're gonna walk now. So that's Napoleon at the very, very top. I don't know if I can get a close-up of him. It's a little blurry. It's actually kind of quiet in this square, unlike some of the other areas in town. So we just walked down the street, and this is the Jardin des Tuileries. My mouth usually doesn't want to say French words. Obviously, I think this used to be the gardens for the Louvre, which used to be the palace of, you know, the King of France. And we'll just meander around. Maybe there'll be an amazing place to paint. I feel like my spirits has gotten a little bit higher after eating and the sun coming out. You know, this morning when I was sitting in Starbucks, I was feeling a little defeated. We're not exactly sure what this animal is. Like, what is that eating the lion? I can't tell. I don't know if it's a rhino. Yeah, no, it's a rhino. It's a little hard, the angle. There's the Louvre over there. And, oh, there's a carousel. How sweet. I think it's actually kind of funny that they're playing Spanish music. So there's the Arc de Triomphe way down there, and another obelisk. We passed that on the way when we drove in from the airport to our hotel. And there's the plaza we were waiting at down near the pyramids of the Louvre down that direction.
Pretty horses.
These are all girls. So they're all female police on horses. That one horse just kind of got spooked and jumped up and down, and I went and stood by a tree.
You're serious?
Like, I don't want that horse to get me. So I was like, I'm gonna hide right next to the tree and protect myself so that the horse would think I'm a tree and go past me.
It shows our different instincts. When something happens, Sue grabs to hide and I grab my phone to film it.
I was like, they're all very pretty though.
They are.
The girls are all very pretty, and I think that they're just letting the horse kind of calm down.
Yeah.
Maybe something spooked it.
It was probably something behind it in the road, some motorbike or sound or something, yeah.
Very attractive.
The horses or the girls?
Both. But I mean, young, pretty police girls.
Yeah.
I guess they get to be on horses because maybe they're for show.
That's kind of almost the only police we've seen in town here for 2 days. It's so safe here. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I guess the biggest danger to the police is the falling off their horse.
No, they're going to be fine.
Yeah.
Scott loves to take sort of abstract shots of graffiti and, you know, interesting things, colors. Oh, he sneezes. And so, walking over this bridge, and you can tell all of these locks are meant, you know, for people to put their names on. And to, you know, kind of commemorate their love. There's the Musée d'Orsay. We're going to go there tomorrow. And a man is even selling locks right there. So, but I don't think we're going to buy one. I don't know what that building is over there. It looks like a big giant conservatory. Scott was saying that, you know, if you can imagine how heavy all of this metal is, extra locks of people putting on here. Everywhere you go, you just see amazing sculpture and art. This building is the Musée de Légion of Honor, and we noticed in the courtyard there were some gorgeous sculptures. So possibly we'll look into that. And then there's those female figures over there. This is the Musée d'Orsay, but we will go see that tomorrow when we are fresh. It's a little bit overcast right now, so the sculptures aren't completely, lit, just the soft light from the sky. But I thought, man, you know what? It'd be kind of neat to have a class and come into drawings of these sculptures. There's a lot of space up here on this platform. Now that is an X-rated one. They're all kind of National Geographic. Honestly, the women are all bare-breasted. That is curious. The man down there, I'm gonna go take a look and see if he has a top on. Hey Scott, did you notice that all the women are bare-breasted?
What's that?
The women are bare-breasted.
Yeah.
And is that man down there, does he have clothes on?
I don't know.
He looks like he's like a Roman soldier.
Oh, maybe that's a man. Yeah.
But what's the deal? Why don't women have tops on? I mean, seriously. Okay, we walked over here and it's actually a woman. But you can kind of see her breast, but there's sort of like a little bit of clothes over it. But they sure made it that the breasts come through. But she's the only one that has a top on. And she has a very, very strong jaw. Couldn't tell from a distance.
This is Susan taking a break.
I walk myself into exhaustion, and all of a sudden, like you saw from the video, the streets were like super crowded. Like we felt like we were in a frenzy. Now all of a sudden, what time is it, Scott?
Around 3?
3:30 or... Anyways, I'm just totally pooped, and the streets are really, really quiet. So I feel like we've gone into the twilight zone. Like everyone has disappeared. Yeah, it's just a little after 3. I am pooped, and I'm like, I'm pooped. Oh, Scott says he's gonna go do a painting, and I say, good luck to him. And I told him to video it to prove that he did while I lay in bed. Traveling is exhausting.